I think I got the little thing on the backwards. Let's try this. There we go. I had the thing on the backwards, the little crown thing. All right. I'm using my older tripod, the one before I got the little arm ones, because I don't know. I'm in a very foul mood right now. Gravity is ticking me off. All right. Welcome to my channel, everybody. I'm just been frustrated for the last, every time I do something, this falls over. I got to clean up a drink because it fell over. Oh my gosh, it's just nonstop. All right, so got my Scooby-Doo figures, which I don't know. I just wanted to play with them. But I wanted to check out this. I got it for $5.49 at Toys R Us. And I've been not getting any of this stuff because it's too expensive. I don't know what it is. I do like the figures I have from like the first era or the second era. This is the Frosty Frights from Wendy's. My Wendy's finally got them. I went today, and you can get any one. You just pick which one you want, and she actually gave it to me because I picked they went up on their sandwiches. So I always get the bag. If I don't get any toy kid bills, whatever you want to call it, I get the bag with bacon double baconator, whatever baggy meal. It went up to $7. It was $5 like last week, like last Friday actually. So the Yummy Mummy ice patch. Okay, if I got another one, it would definitely be Captain Cold. And I kind of like the Perfect Frost because that's like a cat. We like cats here. And the Yummy. So Frosty Frights figures, get all 6. And there are 6 variants. All right, so that one was there on top of the register, so was that one, and I think that one. And I was like, oh, is this the only 3 you got? And she's like, no, we got them all. I was like, all right, I want the gill, the Chili Gilly. So Chili Gilly, let's see if I got the original color, which I didn't know it was blue. I thought the original color was green. Let's find out. I got the non-variant, blue. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And Laguna Blue might enjoy that since she's also blue. All right. Let's see how they compare to the little these guys right here from Scooby-Doo. Maybe make them fit in, sort of. All right. Mine's got some scratches on his belly. They don't really move or anything, so the top may come off. Now, does this glow in the dark? Because that looks like a glow in the dark color. Just finally glad to sit down for more than 2 seconds. All right, so we got Chili Gilly. And, oh, look, it's a pumpkin with fins on it. That's cute. And then Chili Gilly, deep in the water, so dark and dim. This creature loves to splash and swim. I think that's a rhyme. All right. Before I open my packages, I got 3 packages. This drives me crazy. This was in the mailbox. The United States Postal Service also delivered a box on my front door. I'm like, why don't you put them together on the front door? I don't see why. Oh, we got to do it this way. I'm like, why? It doesn't make any sense at all. I've talked to him about it. He's like, well, that's the way they want us to do it. And something about people stealing. I'm going, they're more likely to steal in a mailbox that's not even in front of my door than they would off my front porch, which is on a secluded road pretty much. There's no point in doing that. And most of the time I'm here whenever they drop this stuff off, so I got to go get my car and drive over there. Yeah, so anyway, I know it's one of my pet peeves, but my gosh, it's like, fix the system. It's not hard to do. Either that or give me a discount on all this postage and handling you're not using, evidently. All right, so these are, okay. Okay, so when they did this before, it was a lot more like pop vinyl kind of things because it just came in a box and you could see what you're getting. Now you don't know what you're getting, so I probably won't get more than one of these. I don't know. I'll see what this is like. So you can get one of these. You can get the Laguna Pink. I hope I get Cleo because I don't really care about the rest of these, to be honest with you. Spectra Bondergeist was pretty cool. I liked her. All right, so you got to do a billion different things to get your freaking doll out. Seriously. So you do this, you drop that in there, you put some water in there, you shake it up and pour it out. I'm not doing all that. All right, let's see what I got. Okay, so you pour the liquid in and you pour it back out and waste a lot of time doing that. And then you pull the doll out, and they show her on there. There's also a place to put one of the symbols in here. So the symbols are inside of this, the skullette, inside of a black bag. And I guess that may be our clue to which one we're getting, because it had a little bat for her. So come on, Cleopatra stuff. Mine's blue, which makes me think I got either Frankie. If it's little lightning bolts, we know we did. It's a fish, so I got Laguna, not blue. Now, if you know me, and some of you do, I like Laguna Blue from the first series because, number one, the beach. Number two, she was a surfer. She had an Aussie accent. But the new Laguna Blue, she's pretty, but she's not blue. That's my biggest issue. I'm like, make her blue, freaking mess. All right, I pulled the little things off. Now what do? I pull them off, and then I pull them off again. All right, let me get it close to my chest because I'm afraid I'm going to break it. Oh, it just peels off. It's a peel-off thing. This is kind of rubbery. There's a stand for her, the skullette. And let's reveal it. Oh, this is absolutely nothing like I was expecting. These are tiny compared to the original ones, which I don't mean, size doesn't matter really. It's just, I was hoping they would work with the other ones, but they seem to not. All right, so here's what it looks like coming out of the thingamabob here. All right, so I'm supposed to put something on her dress right there, I'm guessing. So I'm gonna put the seashell because she sells seashells down by the seashore. And remember, with me, the pink version of her is Shelly, oh, what is it? Sea Monkey. Sheila Sea Monkey, that's what it is. Because Sheila is what the whatever they call them, the Australians call ladies, girls, instead of it's a Sheila, right? Hey, she's about the same size as the little figures from that. Here she is beside of her friend. Well, you know, that's kind of cool. I got two things from the same concept. And then on this thing, which I'm not sure what you're supposed to use it for, is it supposed to be like a house, or you can put your alcohol in it and drink it? I don't know. I don't know what people are going to use this for. Well, okay, I guess I can't get out because these things are part of that. So I guess that's what the water's for, is to get that to become translucent. And then you put the little things up here that are like, what are those shoes called? I have a pair, but I don't like wearing them that much unless I have to. They're kind of like my emergency shoes in my car. They're called Crocs, in case my flip-flops ever break. They're not thongs, but they're slides. All right, so there it is. And she's wearing, I don't know, she's got too many colors going on. That yellow in her hair is ridiculous. All right, whatever. All right, so now let's get to the stuff that I won. I won it. I got it for free. No, I didn't get it for free. I bidded on it on eBay, and I paid for it, and then I waited. Now, if it's the clown arounds, the guy that gave me the clown arounds, we were in a bidding war kind of thing. He offered something. I made a counter offer. He made a counter offer. Or no, I think this one I actually made an offer. He made a counter offer, and then I made a counter offer, and he accepted. And I was like, thank you, because I'm not one of these people that are going to resell or anything like that. I love clown arounds. I had them as a kid. I've been debating on getting back into them because anytime I get into something, you know me, I can't just do it lightly. So here are the clown arounds. I've already found all their names on the figure round website, and I've forgotten half of their names. I don't remember his name. This is just a conductor for a train. I think his name is H.O., like H.O. scale. This is Miss something clown. I never had her. I only had about two in this container, and then I had another one outside of it when I was a kid. This one is like tuba or something. This one, oh, he has big old, okay, he's disco something, I can't remember. He's not the roller disco guy, but he's somebody else, like Slick Rick or something like that. I don't remember. Here's Grandpa Clown. And then the cowboys actually have names. There's at least 3 of them. This is one I had as a kid. So this is like Saturday Night Clowning or something like that. I had him when I was a kid. I keep on, whenever I think of it, I keep thinking I had Elvis Clown, but it wasn't. It was him. And then this one, I can't remember which one he is, but there's at least 3 different clowns that are cowboys, because when you go to rodeos, you always see clowns. This is the only one of this color, which I'm like, oh, I bet this is going to be very controversial because it looks like, but you got to remember, it's a clown. So it's not like they're making fun of black people, which it does look like those. It looks like those old cartoons where they had the overly white lips or whatever. And the fact that he's not really wearing, well, I guess clowns don't wear makeup anywhere but their face. So he does have a red nose. He does have the pink and then the little cherry dimples on there. So it is a clown, but it's Muhammad Ali clown or something like that. So that was the only one I was like, ooh, that's going to be controversial. All right, this is a disco diva or disco queen clown. I think that's what it was. Roller disco queen. Something like that. Here's Dot Clown. I don't know if that's his name. This one, oh crap. I think he works at the post office, but I can't remember his name. When I first saw it, I thought there was a chocolate bar in his hand, but it's actually a package. And this one is Ronald Ray Clown. I'm kidding you not. This is Ronald Reagan as a clown. Wait, I had two, I thought. Hold on. I'm trying to think of, like, I know I had, okay, maybe I probably had two and only had one from this package. I swear I had another one from here. I had to look on the online thing. Like, the package I got yesterday, he actually forgot to put one of the figures in there. I was like, wait a minute. When I went back to my computer, I was like, I'm missing a figure. He's like, I'll look for it. Oh, I found it. Sorry. I was like, just making sure I get them all because I do like pirates. And there was a pirate figure. It was Pirate Two-Face. I didn't have this one. Could have been this one. I had the Disco Saturday Night Live clown. I can't remember now. It's like, if I was looking at them, I'm like going, I had this one, and this one. I can remember that from there. All right, now we're going to get a box open here. This one's the smaller of the two boxes. One of them came from, and you're right thinking, I thought you said you had two packages, one in the mailbox, one on your doorstep. Well, the other one came from, I wish I was here because the dude's really cool to talk to. The FedEx dude is cool. He's chill. Okay, I bought wrapping paper, evidently. All right, here it is. And there's another thing in here too, I know. All right, so this one probably is the FedEx one because I think this was coming from FedEx. Ground. The one time I want gravity to work for me and it won't work. Trying to get gravity to take over. Ugh, something came with it. All right, so this is a 10-inch War Machine from 1995. Back in the day, Marvel was made by Toy Biz, and they made the best action figures for that time period. I am getting back into them because I'd rather have those than the 12-inch and 6-inch and other stuff. But every now and then, there's a 10-inch figure. Now, I never had this one. I had the big Apocalypse. I had a big Iron Man, which I think is the one I'm getting soon. It's the Silver Sentinel, because I was like going, no, I didn't have the yellow one. I had a different one, and I finally, it's uncommon, because if you go on eBay and you look up Iron Man 10-inch Deluxe Edition Toy Biz or any of that information, pretty much you're going to get red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow. Really, you're not going to see a red and silver one. The Silver Centurion is rare on eBay, but I got it. I remember that. And I also like the Cable and Wolverine in spacesuits. I loved those figures. I had both of them. And I had Professor X, which the figure of Professor X in this one is nothing like the 5-inch version of him. He actually has legs. He can stand. He does not have astral projection of himself, but he has Cerebro that you put on his head. It was pretty cool. All right, so we have the same points of articulation for the 5-inch figures. This one's very, like, it's stiff. He's got a major pinching, like right here. If you want to pinch somebody, pinch. I always hated about He-Man figures. Pinch knees. So he's got the same points of articulation as the 5-inch figures. But they only made one War Machine that I'm aware of. Now, they may have made another recolor of him. Like, as a matter of fact, I think they did, and it had different armor on it. It was like more like the iron. Where does this go? It's supposed to go on his shoulder originally. I guess it doesn't. Now, it doesn't do anything. Like I was sitting there thinking, do you push a button on it? No, you don't do anything. It just goes in his hand, I guess. I feel like I had one that had to go on his shoulder, but maybe it was a smaller one. It probably was. Now, on the original 5-inch ones, see the armor, the way it wraps around like this? This was pop off. This came off. It had like, you know, holes in the leg. This came off, and the chest came off. So this is a 2-up of the original figure. But all the pieces that pop off on the original, including the belt actually, because that belt breaks so easy. I'm telling you right now, the front and back of the belt come apart. The front and the back of the armor come apart. These shoulder things pin into the side. These gauntlets right here pin into him. And these pin into the original 5-inch version. The cool thing about the 10 inches, they don't fall out, they don't come out, they're stuck there forever. Forever. So back in the day also, from what I understood from reading like Toy Fair, Toy Biz, Toy Magazines, whatever the different toy magazines are, the 10-inch figures were actually originally how they made the figures, and then they scaled them down to make the figures for consumption. Like when they were tooling them just to show the manufacturer what they wanted, they would do a 2-up. And then they would somehow, I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they used technology or if they just said, all right, we're looking at it and we're figuring it out. I don't know. This was 1995. And before that, remember, it was already running for a good 3 to 4 years before that. I want to say 94 probably the earliest one. All right, got another box here. I'm just going to open it on the side and hope that they didn't pack a dead cat in here or anything. I always like to do these things live. So people go, no, I put it in there. You can't prove it. Yes, I can. I took a live video. Oh, this is a bunch of Max Steel figures. All right. I don't like getting Max Steel, especially when they're not the bodies that are easy to repurpose them. But as you remember, I got this figure at love that. I got this figure, actually, my version of this figure came from the I want to go there tomorrow. What is it called? Flea market. I didn't get shoes with mine, but I paid $10 for mine. I didn't pay much at all for these. They're about $2 each for each one of these figures. And there's about, I want to say 7, 8, 9 figures. But I already have this figure. That's okay. All right. I already have one of these too, and I had one of these back in the day. I think the one I have doesn't have his face mask, so that's kind of cool. I got the face mask. This was like, remember it's kind of a 2 things, okay? It's kind of like Maskutron by the Bionic Man figures, and it's also kind of like Terminator, because remember the Terminators, whenever they weren't quite like the T-800, they had to actually pin human flesh down on the faces, and they were rotting as they walked around trying to trick people into letting them in. His arm does something. I can't quite remember. It goes down, but then this does something right here. I really don't remember. Hold on. See if I can pop this out. Anybody actually here have these figures back in the day? I think some of the bad guys were actually the better figures. What's weird is these pants, I'm pretty sure on him, so I don't know. I can get mine probably. He's got a small foot for this big boot, so I think this is not. I think that somebody redressed these, but I don't think this is his original boot, because look at that. These guys have got smaller feet, and I don't think this is his original boot. Those are huge. He ain't got a big foot like that. Look at his foot. It's about the size of a Ken foot. But I got plenty of boots now. These are not the figures I wanted particularly. I just thought, nobody's going to buy these. I'll buy them, and nobody bidded on them after me. I bidded on them and won the bid. All right, here is Max Steel with clothing permanently put on him. So you can't get him all, like, he's skinny dipping. But he does have double jointed knees. He's got this articulation, which I personally don't like at all. Why would they make it like that? Yeah. Like, who can do that? I don't know. I guess we put him on a motorcycle. So his arms do bend on one arm, but this arm does not bend. That's supposed to be like his bionic arm or something. I think they did left arm on purpose. Every time you see someone with him in it that does something to the arm, now he has a switch on the back. I've never seen this particular one. It looks like it's been melted. I might have acid on my hands. Now that I look at it, my skin is glistening. All right, right, left, off. Evidently, the batteries are sealed in here, but there's a screw on his butt. And it looks like it's been destroyed by acid. I feel like I got acid on my fingers. I'm going to back away for a few seconds here and get hopefully I can reach this thing. clean this off of me and then off of him. So, ooh, guys, if you're going to sell stuff on eBay, clean it up first. You do know that we can rate how good or bad of a seller you are based on this kind of stuff, and this is the kind of thing I look at. Try not to give negative response or things, but sometimes you're like, you could have done a little bit better. Unless you live in a third world country that doesn't have water, there's no reason you couldn't have cleaned this up or at least said something about it. I don't remember saying anything about that. All right. Okay. That's not all. There's 3 figures. There is an Action Man figure. Oh, his arms are sticky. No wonder they're discolored. All right, so he has flocked hair. Looks like his neck, like somebody was trying to slice it or something weird. Because it's not just like it rested on there and got that there. Who knows? Who knows what weirdos have these toys before I get them. He's got the Action Man logo on his arm. And he's got boots. And he's got cargo pants. What kind of legs does he have? Because they're hard metal, or they're hard metal. What am I saying? Hard plastic. I thought maybe they were rubber for a minute there. I'm not gonna try to undress him right now. Take the boots off. See, these boots look like ski boots, sort of, because they got the little slits in the front, which usually connect to skis. I don't know which Action Man this is. I can always look on these. I actually didn't put anything down because the guy took terrible pictures. He had a row in the front and a row in the back, and then instead of like taking each one individually, he took another picture, and then he went a little bit to the left, took another picture, a little bit to the right. I was like, what? This person does not take pictures. Now they did do one thing for me. I says, in none of your pictures I could see his left arm. Does he have a left arm? Because I'm wondering if people are concealing things so you won't. Well, you didn't say that he didn't have a left arm. And they took a picture with his left arm. I was like, oh, I have this one, but it doesn't bother me that it's in the group. All right, this one came out of the package already doing something weird with his arm. Or maybe it was just... Oh, look at that weird arm right there. That's really strange. All right. Looks like it's... Could be like decomposing because it's that softer rubbery plastic that like the Bionic Man had and Jamie Summers had. Yeah, it's like a rubbery plastic. I have never had this one either. I had like one Max Steel and a few of his bad guys, and I just got out of it. Now he doesn't have the double jointed knees, so it makes me think it's an earlier model. But, whoa! His muscle lights up and it pumps up. Look, watch this. You see it bulging? Yeah, this is, oh my gosh. They took a cue from Big Jim. Remember Big Jim, and also Sport and Shave Ken that I have. This is awesome. I actually like this now. I thought at first, like, I hate when they put clothes on them because clothes... Spy War Machine right there. I don't know. I think it's just regular War Machine, but he's a 10-inch deluxe edition. It may be. I don't know. I don't think there's only one, or there may be. I think there's maybe 2. But he's not the 5-inch version. He's the 10-inch version. If you weren't here earlier, I thought you were talking about this is Spy something. I was like, well, yeah, Max Steel's often a Spy. I like that. That's really fun. All right. But see, his outfit, I'm like, what is he wearing? I'm not quite sure. I do know that there's a lot of... Could have been for him leaning up against somebody for a long time. So, Alex Big Blue, what's up? I couldn't tell what the name was at first. But it looks like this is the wrong side arm. I don't know. That's what happens when I flex my arm. My arm lights up and everything. All right, we're not done yet. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures. Figaro. I'm trying to reach through all the stuffing. Now there is about 3 of this figure. What the heck did they do that to his face? And why? Why did they make his face like that? Is he like supposed to be 101 Dalmatians version of him? I don't think this is his clothes, but he's got the single joint knee. He's got boots that are about to fall off, so they're probably G.I. Joe boots. Because Max still had smaller feet. G.I. Joe had longer feet. Let's take his shirt off and see what kind of muscles he has, or whatever he has, like features like that. Because you can usually identify them from every one of them was, it was just like too big to do all these little features on. I'm saying if you want to make a big series like this, don't make them where each one's a little bit different. He does have double jointed arms. So this is definitely not wave 2 or 3. All right, makes me wonder to know if he's got double jointed knees. Oh, he does. He does. Terminator customization, I'm assuming maybe. I don't know. I don't know why you may want to do that to him. I thought it came like that, but I'm like, no, you could tell that somebody did that. It's okay. Their bodies are great for other heads, and I don't want a bunch of clones of the same person anyway. So this body is actually one of the really good bodies. He's just, he's got the double jointed arms and the double jointed knees. So that's good. That's one of the bodies that everybody wants. Everybody likes that body. And they could have got it for like, I paid probably about $2 for each one of these shipped. Hold on. I know there's another one in here. Okay, there's just one more in here. And he's going to have a black eye too. So it's the Black Eye Twins. Now he's a talker, I guess. He's definitely wearing a G.I. Joe uniform, because I don't think Max still had he wasn't really a nationalist or anything. And that looks like something from G.I. Joe. Max still wore like black and blue colors. Okay, he's got a battery compartment in the back with a reset button. Why would it reset? Is it supposed to say something and then you like record something? Oh, it's got a light up feature. All right, well, I have to actually replace the batteries to find out. But so he got a right arm that's a bionic arm, and then the left arm over here is bionic. So I guess he's just all over bionic. This one's got single joints, so this is part of the earlier waves. And these cargo pants are probably Ken's. They look kind of like Ken's. He's got double jointed knee though, so I guess they had to give him single joints because of the feature right there. So he's actually got the double jointed knees with this and this. So yeah, the good thing about Max Steel is it was a good figure. The bad thing was that they kept on like, let's me make the whole thing over and over again instead of like giving him outfits. That's what I liked about the Bionic Man when I was a kid. You got one figure and you got other things for it. But this time you got getting us more and more Max Steels. Or at least give us a different hairstyle every time, or something different to make him stand out. You can say, this is not Max Steel, this is his friend Dex Steel, or Dex Aluminum. All right, so I don't know which one he is either, but he's got the newer knees. So without the clothes, it's easier to identify them, and I don't know, I could probably go to the what's it called? Figure Realm, not Fashion Realm, Figure Realm. That's a website that you can identify your figures. And it's not gonna come off. I can use Magic Eraser to make that magically go away. Just like I made my watchers go away. All right, I wonder if this has anything it says on like Intech. No, it just says Intech. I think they all say Intech. Oh, wait a minute, they don't always say something. This one has like a cord to plug in. This one has a cord to plug in, but it also has something on top. And this one says Intech. All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures, and probably about $2 each. Like nobody wanted them. I bid on them, and nobody bid against me. And it's funny because I always get people commenting like, "Oh, I want that Max Steel figure. Oh, I want that." I'm like, well, there are plenty on eBay that nobody ever buys. I end up getting them like a dime a dozen at this point. The one thing I was wanting to know about the Max Steel body is it does remind me a lot of the and it's a figure I don't have, but I did have when I was a kid, the 9-inch G.I. Joes. And when I found out that they had a muscle body in 1975, I was like, oh, I need one of those. But then the more I look at the muscle body, the more I think Max Steel's body looks actually a lot like the muscle body. It's got the molded on underwear. It just doesn't say G.I. Joe or a little belt buckle with a Hasbro symbol. But it looks a lot like the same body, except this one's way more articulated. But the regular Max Steel body looks almost exactly like the original 1975 body for even the same calves. So, but the 9-inch modern Super Joes are really based on the 1970 body because they have ankles because the original Super Joe did not have ankles. I know that for a fact. That's probably the reason even now as an adult I don't really like ankles. I'd rather, I mean, to me, perfection is don't put ankles on it, I guess. I don't know. Would you guys like ankles? Let me know in the comments below if you like ankles. All right, so I got both boxes open. Now I need to go and put stuff in those boxes, put them out into the shed, get these things cleaned up. I am ready. Oh, no, I still got more to do. I've been busy today. I tried to get the camera to work. It didn't work, so I went online, looked at a bunch of different videos to see if anybody knows how to make it focus. It wouldn't focus. I called the company and said, what am I doing wrong? I can't get the camera to focus. Like, there's no button to push. I'm like, one. And they were speaking in a different dialect. And after, well, what is this? What is this? And I'm like, one. He says, okay, we will send you this thing and you can send it back. And about a month from now, you'll get another camera. I'm like, really? I'm going to take it back to the store. And I took it back to the store, which I hate to go to Walmart at 1 o'clock or around lunchtime. Because you wait in a line to return things forever. But what makes it go faster is if you start doing everything and make a starter return on the website. And when I got up there, I didn't have to answer a bunch of questions. It was just like, here's the scan bar. Scan, thank you, adios. All right, do you want this on cash, card? What do you want it back on? That kind of thing. All right, so out of all the bodies, I think that arm, I think is pretty cool. I really like that. That's fun. And where's, okay, there's where the power source is for this one. This one says 2000. My voice is going. 2001. And there's no year on the back of this one, but it says 1999 on his butt. This is probably the first just totally posable body without any special electronics. Yeah, he doesn't have batteries in him. This one, I don't know what, like he's got a really thick arm right here, which makes me wonder if it does something. Probably has punching action. Yes, sweetheart, I know, I need to go off here. All right, plus my throat's just not working today. All right, I'm getting up. I'm just enjoying not dealing with gravity for a few minutes. I'll see you guys later, bye.